All right, what's going on, everyone? Supreme Kami over here. So I'm gonna cover some Thursday night update, or it should be Friday morning for a lot of you guys in the Asian region over here. But anyways, let's kind of dive into what we have over here. So there's gonna be like a notice update for the this issue over here, the Gunpla Build course mission over here. This is only pertaining to play who actually bought the course. If you guys did not buy it, you guys don't have to worry about it. It should be under the shop where you can just kind of buy that little item. You get those gunpowder coins 70, I think 35 a day. So because they stopped giving those out, those gunpowder coins for the limited time multi mission, which I don't know why they have not done that. Bring them back. It's been 2 months already, so I don't know what's the deal with that. So that's why I did rant about that in my other video. Just talking about that, it's gonna be a lot more harder just to upgrade stuff to like just upgrading trade levels and EC level, because like I would say once a month players who kind of rely on that to see, all right, which part I can upgrade and whatnot. But I don't know if they will ever bring those back, because those are like the free to play stuff, if you will. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but so hopefully later on, like if anyone is from the developer team is watching this, so hopefully you guys can bring this back sometime soon. So let's see, like this month maybe, or the next time they bring back the limited time multi missions. Hopefully the mission is there for that. But if not, I guess it is what it is, right? But in terms of Thursday night update or Friday morning for a lot of you guys, what did they drop in terms of new banner wise? They're dropping another one of these over here, the Eternal Duel over here, or the Eternal Rifle. You have the Barbatos and then a Vader over here, or the Kimaris Vidar. So this banner consists of 4 different units over here. You have the gun Barbados Lupus, and then you have the Barbados Lupus. So you have both of them at the same banner, and then you have the Vidar and then the Kimaris Vidar over here. So these units are all, yeah, these banners are old, but there are still some pretty good parts that you can kind of get. Just kind of get and all that. This banner over here, every parts you're gonna pull, all those 4 units over here, they are all traded already, so you don't have to spend any of those L badges or 5 million capital just trying to get them to that all traded version. So that is a good part. That very first step is also going to be a guarantee one of the parts over there, so that can be good. But I would say, let's say if you want the backpack for the Barbados Lupus, that may be a pretty slim chance of how many parts that you're looking at over here. So that's just a little bit of a caveat right there. We'll hop over to the summoning pages to talk about that a little bit more after I go over a little bit more over here. Some preview for the next stand-up pickup capsule over here. What are they bringing? The P-type Barbados Sport Form over there, so that's pretty good. And then I'm mastering them as well. As for next week arena, they have dropped that already. It's gonna be overdrive mode, so whatever type of advantage you will be able to get some. I believe it's going to be another 150%. So make sure to be fighting a type advantage in order to do more damage and all that good stuff over here. So that's pretty much it from here. I think that's it, right? In terms of others, yeah. All right, so let's talk about the banner. So this week we have the 2 new units over here, the Super Sokai Festival, and then you have your this new banner here. So let's talk about the values of either one of those banner. I would say let's talk about the new banner first. I think this banner is pretty valued. It's called a White Wolf and Black Knight. Okay, a pretty catchy name of that, I would say. So let's talk about the freebie you can get over here. I think the rate on this banner should be better in a way. Let's see. So it's gonna be 100% on first step over here, so you can at least guarantee something good out of it. So some recommendation and just kind of toss it away. Let me see. This one is good. So in terms of the Lupus Rex, the chest, the leg, the backpack is good. So those are something you can kind of look for. In terms of the Kimaris with Darn, chest is good. Like I said, you guys have watched my 100k road to 100k melee. Talk about this over here. The buff effect is excellent. Two caveat you have to watch out is you have to be using a lance category melee weapon, which I will say is kind of not the most common thing you want to be using in a melee build, because there's so many stipulation, there's so many, let's say, restriction. Like I think there's some trade that wants you to use saber categories, so that's gonna be some conflict right there. But if you don't have to rely on using some other different type of like melee weapon in your skin or whatsoever, or your different trait, this one will definitely be something good to be looking at right here. I think another caveat you can be looking at, I think, is just the word tag. I think heavy armor may not be the most suitable for like a melee build. So what you have to do, you're gonna have to do some sub slotting. This one will have to be a sub slot because the overall stat is not the best. Only coming in at 3,000 at max and then 4,900 for the melee defense. So you're not looking at the like the highest stats, if you will, right? But this chest over here was definitely pretty good. On top of that, I think the Barbatos, or sorry, the Kimaris sword is still pretty good. I was once still using it until now. I think I have replaced that with the double Quanta seven sword. Did I say seven sword? What? Excuse me, full saber. The double Quanta full saber, not seven sword. Technically, it might have seven sword and maybe seven shield bits, but not seven sword. Excuse me on that. This one's still pretty good. If you guys do have it, like this unit been out for like 8 months right now. Let's talk about how old they came out. They have been out for 8 months already. The last time they came around was, I think it was around May. It was the same timeline as this week. So 3 months ago, 90 days. So as of recording this, I think I checked my video, so it was like around 90 or 89 days. So 3 months to be exact. So yeah. As for the other one, like I think the Lupus is good, because you do have a CD reduction over there, and you also do get some melee power boosted as well. So that's not bad, right? But getting these limited suits up to that trait level 10, yeah, it's gonna take quite a work. You know, multiple dupes. You will need at least 12 more dupes, so 13 copies in total to get this guy maxed out, which is impossible for a lot of players. Obviously, even for me personally, I don't even have that much, so that's pretty much a bummer. I say if you want to go for like an ICD build or just a cooldown reduction build, I think the straight red frame chest is the next best option to kind of replace this one right here. So that's gonna be pretty much it in terms of some recommendation. I have not really looked into the other ones. I think the other ones are just kind of aged badly. In terms of the Vidar, oh, I forgot about this. This leg is insane in a way. The This one is good because look at this right here. It's a physical melee EX skill, and this one is gonna be a minus pierce and S power. We don't see this a lot too often, so I would say this one is still pretty good to go. But you know, as we have gotten those like Super Soul Kai's festival banner, we have seen SS power already. So if you guys have not had the chance to pull those, I think those are the better version. But like I said, the rate on those banner are kind of horrendous. So you guys have seen my summoning video. I have pulled four straight blues in a row. So that shows you that they're not the best rated banner, obviously. So that's that. I think those are just my overall recommendation. I don't think I have any other ones to kind of say right here. So let's actually take a look at the rates. So normal rate. I think it's best to just look at the bonus pool over here because they are always going to be guaranteed at least something, I guess. 71, 71, 71, and then 100. So overall, in this week, if these four units are something you do have a liking of it, obviously this one is be better choice. If you guys are a big fan of like the Lupus Rec, for example, I think this is probably the most valued banner to summon on. Compared to these two over here, the rate is only gonna be 16%, so the odds of pulling it is gonna be against you, I would say. If you guys have watched some of the videos, so you guys will know how bad the rate was. I mean, both banner are just exactly the same. I would say it's only gonna be 16%. But this one, I would say it doesn't really matter if you have like 5 parts or 9 parts. I think at the end of the day, you still looking at only 16%. I think it's just the fact that if you want to pull, let's say specifically like your arm, for example, I think you just have a better chance of when you only have 5 parts you can go for it. I think that's the overall behind what you got to do with it. But other than that, right? I think these one are just, I don't know, like, right. These are obviously gonna come back. Like, don't worry, they will always come back. Just like the Barbatos Lupus and then the Kimaris Vidar, they have come back multiple times already. I would say these unit will not age as much as these up here will do, because these over here are definitely packing those 40% traits, so they'll definitely age more. No, they'll age less. So they will be like the new foundation of the game, obviously. So there was some like these two are not like, oh, I gotta have it, right? Obviously 40% are kind of enticing, but if you don't have it, it's not the end of the end of the world. You're not like, oh, I can't play the game anymore, right? I think I do want to add a little bit more to the Blazing Kingdom over here. I was like listening to or just reading chat in Discord, the GNL Discord, and like I saw, it was just like it got to me that when I was looking at this over here, the Tonfa over here, I forgot to mention that there's not a viable subside option. So if you only pull one of the Tonfa over here, you cannot really viably use it because you're going to be missing out on big amount of stats if you don't have the other copy. So that kind of drops the value of the module of the time file right there. So I guess that was something I overlooked myself. So kind of bad on that part right there. But overall, if you are able to pull two of the time file, that's obviously great. If you only pull one, it's not usable at that point in time, unless you pull the other one because there's currently not a big scale version or just in any means. There's just not another good sub-slot option for the Tonfa, so I guess that kind of devalues this banner by a little bit. Mobile fighter tag is good, but I just want to add on that not a lot of people will run mobile fighter tag. EV personally, I have access to a lot of parts, but I'm choosing not to run it because I think the setup I'm using is energized a little bit better than what I can do with like mobile fighter tag, so that's why I'm not running it. And I think I can output a little bit better than having mobile fighter tag. That is pretty sad to say because mobile fighter tag actually give you 5% than what I use like for close combat and high firepower. But unfortunately, my setup the way it is, I can run it without mobile fighter. So that should be pretty much it. In terms of some other freebie, I just want to add on for this banner over here. Shall we take a look real quick? Freebie. Let's do this one right here. So you're gonna get the B batch right here, all right, and then the second year anniversary, the second anniversary lottery check kit, okay, and then the very last step, you're gonna get two new items over here. You're gonna be getting an expired exclusive part tickets over here, and then you're also gonna get a expired skill slash trade upgrade tickets over here. We go over to the shop real quick. They're just going to be right underneath right here under the capsule freebie. So just going to be these two over here. So if whatever reason after 7,500 hardships you're not able to pull whatever parts you will want, this is the way you can just kind of pick up one of them to your overall liking. And then the other trick is this is how you're going to pick up some of these EX skill level up over here. An item that raises part EX skill experience by 1000 works on any parts. And then you also have your trade upgrade pins over here, an item that raises part trail experience by 1000 works on any parts over here. So I would say that's why this banner is a little bit more valued because after you spend 7,500 hardships, you are at least going to be guaranteed one of the parts. So it's more of like a PD system, if you will, a pretty cheap PD system. You will just be able to pick out whichever part you like. So that is good. This one is definitely be good because you can just pick whichever part you need to upgrade your portrait level or just your EXP level. So that's something to just kind of look out for right there. I would say something for the GN Ultron and then the Blazing them is more of like a impulsive thing to do. Obviously they were like the new shiny toys, so everyone wants to get them. But they will always come back. They will definitely come back in the form of these types of banner. Let's say these underwear, where sometimes they'll just come back. I don't know how many months you have to go through, but these banner over here, you can kind of at least sometimes you are able to kind of pick it up with like a ticket over here. So let's see if this one have it. This one's just not, but let's say we have seen it already, so I can just make the assumption that maybe next time around, maybe like a few months later, they just kind of drop like a pickup tickets where you can get one of those parts. So in that regard, you can pick up maybe the Helios, Double Shield Quanta, the Blazing Gundam, or even the GN Ultron. So in that regards, you can kind of do that. So there's not really a rush with it. So I think that's pretty much covers for this week over here. Even what like these banner are all, but there's still some part that's good. So that's something to keep in mind. The freebie on this banner is definitely a lot more better. Something rare is a lot more better, but just keep in mind these are all. And for these two over here, The pull rate for them are absolutely horrendous. They would still be 16% on the prime pull rate, but they're the newest unit, so I think a lot of people do want to try out for the newest unit. But by all means, you fail, you cannot get it. No worries, they'll always come back. So I think that's gonna be pretty much it. That's going to cover these two or just three banners over here. This is even worth summoning. I would say if you guys do have the access of like some good stash of like hardships and you do want to go into a banner, I would highly suggest the first one over here just because you are going to be guaranteed that one upgrade kit over there. So by all means, if you guys want to chase the high stat part, you know, that 40% trade, by all means go for the Blazing Kingdom and then a G on Ultron. It just at the end of the day, it's more of like what do you need, right? I can give you guys all the hard facts, you know, recommendation, stat reviews and all that, but at the end of the day, what do you guys need? That is, I guess, the most important question you have to answer for yourself. So that being said, that will be pretty much it, you know, just reviewing these banners over here. And with that being said, I will catch you guys all on the next one.